Welcome back to Meatless with Amanda. We are still talking about New Orleans and the amazing time we had there and eating this wonderful shaved Brussels sprout salad at Sylvain restaurant. This was so amazingly delicious, and I learned something new. There's this macerated cherries that I'm going to teach you guys about. So this shaved Brussels sprouts has the macerated dried cherries, pecans, red onions, and grana padano. Grana padano, which is an Italian cheese, very much like Parmesan cheese, which I just used Parmesan cheese because I couldn't find grana padano, but that's okay because I'm sure it's going to taste amazing anyway. So we are going to toss this all in a creole mustard vinaigrette. And that's what I'm going to start with, teaching you how to make a creole mustard vinaigrette. Oh, I want to show you how to shave the Brussels sprouts too. So you want to be very, very careful. Get your fresh Brussels sprout, and you can use this little knob like a handle and take your mandolin here and just shave it carefully as to not slice your nails off or your fingertips, and get down to about that much and just discard or put it in your compost pile, right? You'll want 2 tablespoons of creole mustard or any coarse mustard. 2 tablespoons, and I'm just gonna eyeball this and we're gonna season it to taste. So we've got 2 tablespoons creole coarse mustard, a pinch of salt, and a pinch of sugar to cut down on some of the tartness of the vinegar. Worcestershire, just dab will do ya, because it's Creole and they love Worcestershire in Louisiana. And you know what else they love in Louisiana? Some hot sauce. It's not Creole if it's not hot. So we're gonna add a dab or 2. 1/4 cup olive oil. That's good. Not forget the lemon and the lime mixture here. Just as to taste, and I'm gonna have to dig out my seeds. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna add to this shaved Brussels sprouts is the macerated cherries. I didn't know what macerated anything was, and come to find out, it is kind of like marinating, but the difference is, in addition to marinating, which is soaking something in a flavor bath, macerating involves breaking it down to soften it. So what we did with these dried cherries is soak them in a Madeira wine, which is what they did at Sylvain restaurant. But you can also use a port wine or a Marsala wine if you don't have the other kind of wine. So we're just gonna, they've been soaking for like an hour. 2 hours is good. You can do it overnight. But this had the nice contrast of the vinegary flavor, this wonderful tart, sweet cherry, and my mouth is watering again. Just thinking about it makes my mouth water. It's so good. And then we're going to thinly slice some red onion, because that was the main ingredient. This is about 1/4 of an onion. And I'm gonna stop before I slice my fingers. All right, so now that's pretty much it. We're gonna add the shaved Brussels sprouts and the pecans and toss it and top it with some Parmesan cheese, and we're done. That's simple, right? Let's try it. This is a lot of Brussels sprouts. Believe it or not, it didn't look like that much when I bought the ingredients, but when you shave it, it just kind of, the volume doubles. So I'm gonna add some toasted pecans. They're quite toasted. And toss. You wanna use a whole half a lemon because that lemon flavor, the tartness, it's good. That looks pretty evenly coated to me. Let's plate it and top it with some cheese. We went tall shaved Brussels sprouts because that's how they did it at Sylvain. And I learned through my friend JC, who she learned through her friend, our mutual friend, Kim Rathbun. The taller the food, the more you can charge for it. So if you're gonna sell this, you wanna make it really tall. And then top it with some Parmesan cheese. That'll do it. Got your pecans and your macerated cherries. I want to top it with a cherry. Huh? With a cherry on top? Let's see how this tastes. I love this flavor combination. I might let this marinate a while in the creole vinaigrette, just so that the flavors sing a while together, but it's delicious. This is definitely something you'll want to have as a starter course at your next dinner party. And we will see you next week on another Meatless with Amanda.